Stan Gibilisco here, coming back at you from deep somewhere in intergalactic space to talk about a type of robotic navigation system called Epipolar navigation. Basically, epipolar navigation only requires one point in order to determine where the robot is. In other words, the robot can find its place and navigate its way based only on observation from itself. It doesn't need any beacons. It doesn't need to transmit any beams, any radar beams or anything. It can follow a path simply on the basis of what something looks like. And here is a diagram to that end to show you. This is from my book, Teach Yourself Electricity and Electronics. I believe it's also covered in my book, Concise Encyclopedia of Robotics. However, in this case, we have an aircraft flying along, and suppose that this is a robot-controlled aircraft. There's no human on board, and in fact, there isn't even any remote control operator. This thing is flying itself alone. It takes sightings of an island in the ocean from various points, and based on computer databases which tell the robot precisely what geometric shape that island is going to have when it's looked at from some particular point in space, the robot can always determine where in space it is. It works a little bit like facial recognition. It's a similar technology to that by comparing this shape at sighting A, sighting B, directly over the island, sighting C as after it's passed. This is what the island would actually look like when viewed from that aircraft. And of course there is a robotic camera on this aircraft, and it can tell based on the shape of the island and comparing it with databases exactly where in space it is at any given time, because the island never looks quite exactly the same from any two different points in space. There's only one point in space where it looks like this. There's only one point in space where it looks exactly like this. And only one point in space where it looks exactly like this. So from moment to moment in time, this aircraft, despite the fact that there are no humans on board and no humans controlling it, can tell exactly where in space it is, and if it's given a specific path to follow, programmed to follow, it can follow that path, provided that it has enough landmarks like this and enough database information in its computer storage to know all that stuff. You might think of similar navigation in intergalactic space. I don't know which galaxy this is. It's my computer wallpaper from Great Images in NASA. You can download a whole bunch of those images and use them as wallpaper. But this galaxy will look exactly like this from only one point in space. If you move, something is going to change. And if you have enough detail, say you have extremely high resolution images of all these stars, an intergalactic robotic spacecraft could navigate itself from galaxy to galaxy. Not that that would be a heck of a lot of fun. Why go all the way out into intergalactic space with robots when people can perfectly well do it themselves someday? What's the point? You tell me. I'm an intergalactic traveler. I'll vouch for it. I'm just kidding. I'm not really. Not that I wouldn't like to be. But that's what epipolar navigation is. So whenever you hear that term, epipolar, E-P-I-P-O-L-A-R, that's what it means. Stan Gibilisco signing off Until next time, so long.